at the beginning, just like a brief synopsis of it at least, so people can at least relate, just feel like more relatable to me. So I've been doing Scentsy for 2 years. I just had my 2-year Scentiversary like a week ago. And I had originally joined, long story short, I'll try to keep this as short as possible. I did one direct sales job before Scentsy and had a terrible experience. Absolutely freaking hated it. Never said I would do it ever again. Like, no one could convince me otherwise. They're all the same. It's all salesy. It's all pushy. That's not something I want to do. But I loved Scentsy's products, of course. Like, I was their customer for like a year. And then fate, as I like to call it, happened. And my husband is a professional golfer. He's no Tiger Woods or anything like that, but he golfs for a living. And so he broke his hand. And when you have a broken hand, you can't really golf. And he was the main source of income for our family. And so when he was injured, he was out for like 6 to 9 months. And so we went from making a decent amount of money to making absolutely $0. Like, living the life to piss poor broke in like a matter of like a week. So I was like, it's fine. I was like super mom mode. It's going to be cool. I'll go back to waitressing. I had waitressed for like 10 years. So I was like, I'll just go back to serving on the tables. It'll be fine. I'll pick up a breakfast job, the night bar, the sports bar job at night or whatever. And then cherry on top too, that same week, we found out we were pregnant with our second son. Which was a surprise to us because we weren't trying. That's how the saying goes, though, right? When you're not trying is when it happens. But it was a surprise to us because we tried a little bit. We tried for like 9 months with our first son. So it was a big surprise. So we were excited, but we were also a little bit scared just because we had no money coming in. So it was around this time 2 years ago. So it was around holiday season. And I was like, well, I really want to try to give my family some kind of Christmas, like even if it's just a little Christmas. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to join Scentsy, even if it's for the discounts, whatever, maybe I can make a couple $100, to help our family get through the holiday season. That's literally why I joined Scentsy, to make a couple $100. And so the first thing I did though, and I'm just going to dive straight into recruiting because it goes hand in hand. The first thing I did, it's never too early to recruit. And I'm convinced to this day, the reason why I got to be so successful in such a short amount of time is because right out the door, I started recruiting. I didn't care that I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared that I didn't know what I was doing. So I immediately, and I didn't have a lot of friends, you guys. I was a hermit crab. Like, I am a hermit crab. I'm still a hermit crab. Like, I have very few really close friends that I talk to on a daily basis. And basically what I did was I got my mama and I got my close friend to join. I was like, look, y'all, I ain't doing this alone. I ain't doing this alone. I was like, you're going to help me out here because I want to learn this by myself. So that was the mentality I had from literally day one. Day one was, I don't want to do this alone. I want to do this with a team, not just a team, but with, my inner circle. Just even if I told him too, like, even if you just do it with me in the beginning to help me out, to get me going, so that I'm not alone, right? Because I've learned so quick in this industry, it is so much easier when you're not alone, so much easier. So right when you join, if you are new, especially if you're catching the replay and watching this and you're new, don't be scared to just grab your close inner circle and offer that opportunity and tell them, look, I'm scared. I want to do it. I don't want to do it by myself. I want to learn with someone. And even if and I told my mom at the time, who no longer sells, and my friend at the time, who no longer sells too, I told them, look, if you don't like it down the road, that's fine. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do that anymore. It's something that you just try it. Just try it with me, though. I don't want to do it alone. So that's how I started it. And I kept that mentality for a while, just the learning together mentality. That's what I still have in my business, like grow together. It's funny because I made a post the other day that was like, I've learned way more from the people at the bottom than the people at the top. That holds true. I barely watch now I'm not telling you to go and not do this, but I barely watch like SSDs. Like I'm constantly bringing new blood into my team because I learn from the new people. I learn so much more from the new people than I do the seasoned veterans, because there's a special quality to a new consultant. When you, and you'll learn this if you are new, you'll learn that once you've been a consultant, even after 3 to 6 months, you're going to lose that excitement. that like excitement, that brand new feeling of just being a consultant. And so, and in those new ideas and just the newness of it. And so you're going to lose that no matter what. It's bound to happen. So I am a firm believer of you want to constantly be bringing new blood into your team and learning from them and listening to them. That is, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make them feel appreciated and not just like a number. And it's going to set that core foundation and that strength of your team up. So I've done that from day one. Like, learn with me, grow with me. Let's figure this thing out together. And as time went by, that worked really well. So it was something where when I'm doing these trainings with people, one of the most common things that I hear is that they're nervous to have the recruiting conversation. They're nervous or they're bad at recruiting because they botch the way that they pitch things. And I'm like, I'm not pitching. Like, when I'm talking about recruiting, it's not like a recruiting conversation. It's just kind of like incorporating it into my lifestyle, right? It's the same way that I'm talking to someone about how I'm selling them something. I'm not really selling them something. I'm just sharing, right? So I'm sharing the opportunity just like I'm sharing our products. It goes hand in hand. The way that I share our products is actually the same way that I share the join opportunity with people. So if I have a good customer and they're buying all the time, I'm like, listen, Linda, I don't know if you noticed, but last month you spent like $100-$200 with me. Have you ever thought about just joining even for the discounts, like to save yourself some money? Like, literally just offering it to where it sounds like it's a no-brainer for them. I think that's why, and I'm not like making it seem like a salesy, pitchy type of pushy thing, because like I said, I had a terrible first time experience with that direct sales company, and they were pushy and they were salesy, and there was the sales quotas, there was the inventory. Like, that's what people's ideas of a direct sales company are, unfortunately. That's just the stigma that we have. So when you're talking to someone casually and you're relaxed, I think that's where a lot of people go wrong too, is that when they're talking to someone about joining, they're super nervous and then they just throw a bunch of words at them. And I'm sure I know so many of my teammates that do that. They get so excited when someone like even gives them the idea that they want to join, that they just dump everything onto them and it scares them away.
Yep.
I know, you guys know Tracy. Tracy does that. I don't even care. I've told her 100,000 times and she knows it's her problem. She just gets so excited that she just dumps all this information on it. I'm like, you need to do the opposite, Tracy. You need to be like chill pill about it. like make it seem relaxed, no stressed. Like, there's really no strings attached when you join Cincy. And I kind of make it seem like that when I'm talking to them. Like, look, they don't even encourage stock. Not only do we not have to have stock, but they don't encourage stock. There's no sales quotas. And then I get asked the question, well, technically, isn't there a sales quota? No, there's no sales quotas. Now your account will cancel if you don't sell anything, the 200 in the 4 months, but that's barely a requirement. And that requirement is just there so that people aren't just taking advantage of the discounts and running, you know what I mean? So there's really no sales quotas and there's no pressure. And I think that when you talk to people like that and you have that relaxed attitude and you make it seem like you're benefiting them, then they immediately grab onto it. They're like, oh yeah, what's there to lose? There's nothing. There's literally nothing to lose. And if you have that mentality and you're pushing off that, or you're giving that vibe to people, I think that they're going to lash onto it like super quick. And maybe that's why I recruit at least a minimum of 2 people a month, minimum. That's my absolute minimum. Not even trying. Almost every single time I get asked all the time, Morgan, how many recruiting conversations are you having a week? Honestly, you guys, like 1, if that, even if I want to. Every single time I have a join conversation, almost I'd say 90% of the time I have a join conversation, they join. So there's a lot of thought and process going into my join conversation. I'm not just going to throw out the join conversation left and right? And again, going back to the beginning, you guys, I should have said this in the very beginning. What works for me may not work for you, okay? What works for me may not work for you, and that's totally okay if it does or if it doesn't. There are so many endless resources out there too. So if you do try what I'm doing and it doesn't work for you, that's totally okay. Go out there and just research and find something that does work for you, because everyone has their different styles. This is just my style. I think you even named it that, Brandy. I think you said Morgan's recruiting style. Really laid back, super just laid back. So when I am having recruiting conversations, it's with a purpose. Just like when I'm talking to my customers, I know who I'm talking to. I'm not just throwing around the recruiting conversation to anyone and everyone. I'm reaching out to people where I know their situation. That's going to kind of determine what kind of kit I offer them. I'm not going to offer a $99 kit to someone who I know is struggling with bills, or someone who loves Scentsy, but maybe can't afford my stuff. And I notice that they're buying my $10 wigless mail every once in a while. And I'm having conversations with them and I'm getting to know who they are. And so that's a huge part of this business, you guys, is getting to know who someone is. And just being observant and watching for patterns and trying to understand their lifestyle. Like I said, I'm not going to offer someone a $99 kit if I think that they're struggling with bills, if they're super stressed out, if they're going through a ton of stuff at home. What I will do is if I have a huge bulk order going in, if you guys don't know about the host kit, do you guys know about the host kit? I'm sure you guys know. Okay, I was gonna say, if you don't know about that, I'll educate you so really quick, but I hope you know what the host kit is. But if someone's in that situation, what I'll do is if I have a big bulk order going in, I'll put some of my own rewards towards that host kit. And let's say I'll make it a $25 kit, and I'll reach out to them and I'll be like, hey, I know you love our products. Like, I know you love our products. I'm going to post this on my, my customer VIP page. But before I do that, I wanted to offer you this opportunity first, because I felt like it might be something that you would be interested in, because I know that you love our products. It is the holiday season. Maybe you're looking to make a little bit of extra income, or maybe you're even looking for just a community of support or something like that. I'd say almost always that works. And again, that's the talk that I'm having with the person that I think is probably struggling. Now, the person that is spending tons of money with me, my conversation is going to be completely different. The person that's spending $150 with me or whatever a month, who is clearly okay on money, I'm going to reach out to them and be like, hey, I got a host kit for $59. It's got your name written all over it, Linda. You're spending tons of money with it, like tons of money with me. Please just sign up to save yourself all of this money. And you can even show them how much money they're spending. Like, if you're spending $150, you might as well sign up and save yourself, what is that, like almost $40 just from that one order? Even if it's just to get you more Scentsy, even if you want to just use your paycheck to get you more Scentsy, it's just a no-brainer. And so my conversations with people are different from my recruiting conversation is not the same. And I think it's important to not have the same conversation and not be robotic. How many direct sales people out there post the same thing all the time, and it's not personable, and it's super annoying, and it's super robotic? We don't want to be like that, right? We want to know who we're talking to. We want to know that like what they're dealing with in their life, so that we know what to offer them and what will appeal to them. And not just that, but what's going to help them the most, whether it's discounts, whether it's bringing in an extra income. Maybe it's someone that might need support, because since he's got like the best community of support ever. So maybe someone just needs like that. I'm sure if you guys know Katie Mansfield, she literally joined Scentsy because she's a stay-at-home mom, and she loses her mind half the time. And she's like, I want something for me. And I was like, yeah, you should join Scentsy just to do something else besides be a freaking mom, like give you another purpose. So you just have to know them and know what you're offering them and make it seem appealing to them. That's how I recruit. And I know it's not fancy, and I know it's not crazy and over the top, but that's how I recruit. And then if we're going into what I talked about when we first hopped on here, if you guys aren't aware, we have the ability to flip our PRV for a party now. We used to just have the ability to do it with the workstation orders, but not the online orders. But I think until we're out of a pandemic, which I don't know when the hell that'll be, forever probably, but we have the ability to flip online orders and the workstation orders too. So with that being said, and this is something I literally just did like 2 weeks ago, but it went really well. This girl reached out to me and she was like, I'm interested in joining Cincy. And I was like, cool. Like, and she literally had no idea what Cincy was. And I was like, why don't we host your launch party since you have no idea what Cincy is? And that way, not only are you having the party, but you're getting to, like, when I say she legit didn't know what Cincy was, I had just it was one of my husband's buddy's girlfriends. And he brought her a catalog from our house and gave it to his girlfriend. And she's like a huge candle lover. So obviously she went through our catalog and was like, well, I love this. Like, I need a bunch of this, so I might as well just sell it. And she reached out to me. So she really doesn't know a whole lot about our products besides looking at the catalog. And so again, by knowing her situation, knowing she's never bought from me or anyone else, doesn't know Cincy at all yet, I was like, let me host your launch party for you so that it's not as scary, so that you can learn from me and see how an online party works, because she's never hosted a party or been to a direct sales party, which is rare, but she had no idea or concept of anything and how it worked. And so I said, let me host your launch party, and then you can actually observe. I said, make sure to interact and stuff like that. And she did great. And then at the end, and we'll host it, it'll be a party, but it's going to be like a Rachel's Joining Cincy party. And we're going to have this goal from day one of, hey, we're trying to earn Rachel's kit for free. And when people see that, or when people saw that, I shouldn't act like I've done this a million times. I've only done it one time, but it went really well. I think when people saw like how close she was getting to her free kit, the orders just kept coming in and kept coming in because they just wanted to help her, right? So as soon as she got that free kit, a couple more orders kept coming in. But I was like, okay, like, you've seen our product. We've had the week-long product, or the week-long party. You kind of see how things have ran. Let's go ahead and close everything out. And then if people still want to order, they'll just order from your website. So that's another recruiting thing you can do. And the pro about that is you're helping them by showing them how to have a party. You're educating them on the product because they're paying attention to the party. And then you're already establishing orders for them so that when you flip the party, they already have that built-in follow-up system that they have to go do, right? So they have all of those follow-ups, and they have all of those customers, and she's already at her shooting star, and she's already at almost certified. So if you haven't tried something like that, I highly recommend just trying it. This business is very like, I like to fail forward all the time. I fail at so many things, you guys, it's not even funny. Like, I fail all the freaking time, but you learn from it, right? So I'd say when I try new things, this is something I'm going to keep doing, by the way, because it went good. Now, if it went bad, I would still give it a couple more tries, because if you don't give something a few tries and you don't try something like for a solid at least month, you don't really know what the results will be. So, and this goes for any part of your business. Like, for example, I had terrible organization like 4 months ago, and I was like, I got to get a follow-up system in. And then I started using the Simple Systems Tracker, and I gave it 3 months to improve my business and my organization, my business. And when I saw the results after 3 months, I was like, bingo, it works. We're going to keep with it. Now, that doesn't happen all the time though. You're going to try things and you're going to fail. That's okay. Make sure that you just make a change. At the end of the day, to keep going forward and to keep growing. Sorry, I'm in my husband's shop because the kids are too loud out there. So if you hear weird noises, that's what those machines are. But if you keep trying new things, at the end of the day, if you keep trying new things, that's what's going to change, and that change leads to growth. So if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's like it's literally the definition of insanity, you guys. Literally the definition of insanity. If you do the same thing over and over again and you're expecting different results, you're insane. I'm telling you, you're crazy. It's not going to happen. It's not. You're going to have to make changes all the time. Oh my God, look at the little fly thing up there. I didn't even notice that. I was like, what is moving? Oh, there's a fly trap. This is so tacky. I'm sorry. But seriously, if I had to give you one piece of advice, not just with recruiting, but with anything in your business, make sure that if something is not working, take a step back, evaluate what you're doing, and make a change. Give that change some time to see if it works. And if it doesn't work, try something new. And if it does work, stick to it, suck the life out of it, because guess what? It's going to stop working. Everything stops working eventually. Everything. everything in life eventually stops working. So it's gonna literally, I'm changing my business like every 3 months, and that's again why my success has been so rapid, because as soon as I see a plateau in numbers, a plateau in anything, recruits, a plateau anywhere, I immediately say, whoa, why are we plateauing? Let me sit down and look at what's happening and where I need to make a change, and let's try something new, and let's see if it works, and if it doesn't, cool. And when I have my coaching calls, I literally in my coaching calls like this, I'm like, it's okay, because my coaching calls are every 2 months. At the very end of my coaching calls with every single one-on-one that I have, I'm like, it's okay if in 2 months we have our follow-up call and you don't reach your goals. It's okay. We're just going to evaluate why you didn't reach your goals, and we're going to change your plan. And if you did, we're going to find out what you did so we can keep doing it. So that's the key to this business, you guys, is making change and applying it and sticking to it and just stepping outside your comfort zone too. So I'm sorry, I've been rambling like crazy. Do you guys have any questions like off the top of your head? I can't. Were you talking, Kelly? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, I guess Brandy wanted me to say something. I don't know.
No, I'm just unmuting you guys because I muted you all.
I mean, I think what you're saying is correct. It is definitely important that you try to do new stuff, and you try not to focus on what other people are doing so much. So like the way I lead and the way you lead, Brandy, the way that Morgan leads is all totally different. Like most of you know, I'm super just laid back and chill. And I was telling Marcus, I was like, dude, lately we've been hitting star directed numbers, and I've been like in the background. Like I literally left the team page up to my team. Like I barely post. I'll go in there, I'll scroll through the posts and stuff, but I try not to always be the first one to respond to people, not out of like just being disrespectful or just being the one to like say like always answering, because I'm not the go-to person. Like I feel like we all have something to contribute. So I gave my team page to my team so that they can run the team page. They can post like motivational stuff. They can cheer one another on and then make it their own. And then I purposely have not been responding to questions first because I don't want to be the expert. I'm not the expert. I want everybody else to step up and lead. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed in doing that in the past 3 months, literally our numbers have like skyrocketed. Like it's better than it's ever been, better than I thought it would be. Brandy promoted to superstar, but I think it's made people have to do things and not depend on me solely to do those things. So that's just my personal experience. And I was sitting back and I was thinking I probably should kind of come back a little bit to the forefront just so the new people do know who I am. But in no way was it ever to be like, I don't want to do this no more. I mean,
that's another thing. Like everyone is so different, and whenever you are offering that opportunity, just understand that everyone's Scentsy journey is going to be so different. Mm-hmm. And just have that like super laid back, like everyone I feel like is going to be more drawn to you if you're just laid back. Like if there's not pressure, you know, if you want to go gun ho, cool. Let me help you go gun ho. If you want to do it for the discounts, that's cool with me too. Like I'm not going to make you ever do something. And I think that that's like why you are seeing success, Kelly. That's why people are seeing success, is when you do have that mentality of like, I'm going to support you with whatever you want to do. Like, I'm not going to make you into something that you don't want to be, right? And that's just like going into leadership stuff. But like, you don't want to make someone what they aren't. I've seen so many leaders try to do that. And or so many leaders try to have so much control. And that's almost too bad too. Like, you don't want to have all that control. My God, who has the time and energy to control hundreds of people?
Right? Not me. Like, I can barely get out like postcards and say congratulations. Like, literally, it's been months. But I mean, we shout out on our team page for every accomplishment when it happens. So to me, like, I'm not gung-ho on like material things. I don't need a postcard every month to know that I hit 200 PRV. I don't need that every month, but I do understand that some people need that every single month. So I try to do better to speak to those people in that way. But I will say this, the control issue, I've seen that in other leaders, and it just does not
So
work.
toxic. It does
It
not.
doesn't work. Like when I was texting people all the time, hey, it's the first of the month, what's your goals? Crickets. I leave everybody alone, and people are texting me their goals.
Agree.
Hello?
I don't get it.
Like, so I don't have to email you. I don't have to text you, but please no, because I think somebody messaged me on Messenger, and it took me like a week to get back because my Messenger is screwing up. Like I don't ever see my alerts. So I was on Facebook one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that she messaged me. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I was like, please no, I wasn't ignoring you. I wasn't getting the alerts, but if you need something, just text me. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me is to just text me. I may not answer you right away because my phone goes to do not disturb at 6:45, but I will get to it in 24 hours. But
those business hours, so that's
it's
good.
just what it is. Like, and then like there was something that Morgan did. Everybody was signing up for Celebrate Leadership. Now I remember Morgan posted that she wasn't going to do it because it's something like it wasn't like her style or something like whatever it was. And I was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't do this, but I did it.
Leadership, accelerate leadership, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So she was like, I don't want to do that because everybody was like so excited about it. She was like, nope, not me. I don't want to do that. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. I don't want to have these guidelines. Like I want to do CNC my way. And I was like, dang, I don't want to do this either. But I already committed.
It's a great program. It's funny. I had a phone call with Jason Harwood or whatever his name is, and he's like, "We have accelerated." I was like, "Yeah, it's just not for me." Like, I like setting my own goals, and like, I feel like I do the opposite when someone's like, "Okay, you have to do this, 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 this." I'm like, "Oh, pressure! I can't do it," which is stupid, but that's just how my brain works. I know how my brain works, so I rather be hard on myself than someone else be hard on me, and then it puts too much pressure on me. So I'm like,
Because I feel like I have to perform. If somebody's telling me you have to have 2 recruits, you have to have 2,000 PRV, you have to have this many parties, I'm like, dang, I have to? Like, I can't be successful unless I do all these things, X, Y, Z. No, that doesn't work that way. So, whatever. I learned a lot from everybody. I watch. I'm really trying to figure out how to do my business without Facebook because I loathe Facebook.
It probably doesn't seem like it, but I actually text my customers a lot. I email my customers a lot. I try to, like, the stuff that it usually is on Facebook, I'll jump on the team page, like maybe I'd say like morning, noon, and evening, and I'll just scroll through and just kind of, dabble here and there. And then I go on my customer page is mostly scheduled posts, so I'm really not on Facebook that much. But I have totally been building relationships through email and through text message. And so much more personable, and it just building those relationships like over those foundations versus Facebook. One is so much easier to keep track of because Facebook's not really meant to like have a business on. Like it's really not set up to like run a business. Like it's set up to like keep have a Facebook profile. It's not really set up to keep track of contacts. So
like I've done the same thing. Like I've been texting people and like that's how I do my business. So everybody doesn't see me posting constantly to Facebook, but like I'm texting people. So like, hey, dude, like bricks just came out. I know last year you ordered bricks. Do you want these X, Y, and Z? Or hey, girl, I know for the past 3 years you ordered the collector's Scentsy warmer. This one just dropped. Do you want it? Instant order. So like I've been targeting my products to the people that I know like them. Plus, I've also expanded my customer base without even trying. Because people at my new job, I was told I couldn't sell Scentsy there. Well, now I have I've obtained 10 more customers that are now buying again and again and again. So I don't know, just do you. Just be who you are. Don't try to be nobody else. Just because it doesn't work.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I tried that for like a year, 2 years, and it just wasn't working. And I've had other people try to tell me who I should be, and I was just like, screw you and screw that. I ain't doing it. And just, karma. That's all I'm gonna say. Karma is like she's working.
More too, though. People really appreciate you when you come as you are and you are yourself. And I was listening to a guest speaker on our team night last week, and he said, make sure that when you're running your, like, work your business into your life. Don't work your life into your, like, make sure that, like, this business shouldn't be like a whole big stress ball. Like, you shouldn't have to be running around worrying about X, Y, and Z. Like, if you're busy and you're overwhelmed and stuff, work your business into your life. Like, make it a part of your life. Like, like, you guys, I'm sure you see me all the time. Like, I work my kids into my business. I work my husband into my business. Because that's what Scentsy is. It's literally being authentic and being yourself. And people will be way more drawn to that than trying to put on a fake pretty picture. So.
Oops. Oops. What happened? There we go.
You're good. And then you said something else, Kelly, that was so good. I was like, yes, but you said something. It was so freaking good. Yeah, don't try to have control. I don't think I've met one. It's so toxic. It's so freaking toxic with any recruit that you have. Even like I said, just they want to do their thing. Let them do their thing. If they'll come to you, that's the thing. If someone wants to work, they're gonna come to you. Don't worry about it. Now, obviously, be there to tell them, here's the first steps that you can take and stuff like that. But you don't have to handhold. You really don't in this business. Again, you're gonna meet so many different people when you're recruiting left and right, and you're gonna start to know differences in people. You're gonna know who wants to do this. You're gonna know who wants to just sit back and enjoy the discounts and perks, and you're gonna know immediately who the people are like, nope, not for me. And I tell them too, like, it's okay if you join. This is not for me. I understand it's not for everybody, because it's not. It's really not. Another excuse I get too. Just if we're going into excuses that you might hear with people that maybe don't want to join your team. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't want to sell Scentsy because there's so many consultants in my area. I'm like, nope, let me turn that around for you really quick. It's actually a really positive thing, because that means that everyone already knows Scentsy in your area.
Yep. You don't have to convince them.
You don't have to convince them. I guarantee you, if people are using Scentsy in your area, they love Scentsy, and they probably have more than likely than not, unfortunately, they might have a really shitty consultant. So step in, or their consultant probably stopped selling. There's tons of people out there.
I have someone who joined last month, his certified already, and he's there in Fayetteville as well, and he's doing just fine. And he said, the way the conversation went down, he's known I've been doing this for 2 years, and he basically was like, wait a minute, she's doing it, I like it, I love it, I know she's doing it, but I ain't a fan, and I know her like the back of my hand. So if I do this, she has his best friend, you gonna support me? She was like, heck yeah. And so boom, that's how it went down. But I also say the most important thing is following up on your top 100, because he was one of my top 100 that didn't want to do it 2 years ago. And now look at him, he's blown up.
Yep. Planting that seed is so important. Don't ever not offer the opportunity, even if it's casual. My consultant at the time offered me, and I sat on joining for a whole year, and she didn't have to bug me and pester me or anything like that. When you just offer offer the opportunity, even if someone sits on it for a whole year, that's fine. At least the seed is planted and they know that opportunity is there. Because if you don't, another consultant probably will.
And I also say this too, people like you and I and Kelly, we all did direct sales before we met Scentsy, and we all have known what the good and the bad and the ugly of direct sales can be. So some of those people have done the same thing, and they're like, I don't want to do it again, but they kind of want to see that you've been in the game for a while before they jump on another boat, if that makes sense.
Yes, I have so many people, again, because I feel like there's just it's not I feel like, there really is a terrible stigma with direct sales. And I understand why there is, because so many direct sales are doing things so wrong, so wrong. And so that is just the stigma that we have to unfortunately fight. And you brought up a fantastic point, Randy. I have so many people, even my very best friend, Katie Mansfield, was with another company who it was so toxic. I never told her it was toxic. I let her find out on her own, and that's why she loves me. She's like, I love that you let me find things out on my own. I was like, yeah, I'm never going to tell you to do something. I know that you're a big girl. I know that you're going to figure it out on your own, because I was a part of her company and I didn't like it. So I left. We were still friends. and she had no hard feelings against me when I left. She understood, and I knew that she would eventually left, but when she saw that I joined Scentsy and she saw how different it was, it took her still about 6 months to really be like, okay, I think I want to join Scentsy, because it was nerve-wracking for her, because she had done 2 direct sales before Scentsy, and she had terrible experiences both times. And she's like, probably in the back of her head thought, there's no way Scentsy going to be different. There's no way, especially if you've had 2 bad experiences. You're probably guaranteed to think they're all the same. But she saw me, and I'm, again, her best friend. And so she saw that I was happy. She saw that we were doing well. And she finally took the leap, and now she's a director. So she's like, it's just different. I'm like, yes, it's different, but you can't push that on people. But they'll watch you.
They'll watch you.
They are watching. Like, there's a lady today, I haven't seen her in like a year and a half. And we were in Pasadena at work, and we don't work at the same place, but she was there visiting. And she goes, look at you, Miss Scentsy. I've been watching you, and like, she just knew. And I'm like, dang, she's never ordered. We never had a conversation about it, but she knows that I'm Miss Scentsy. So she knows if she ever needs it, I'm going to be the person that she gets it from. And then like people, like when I couldn't sell at my current job, I delivered orders the other day. I delivered them yesterday. Literally, everybody's like, oh my gosh, when's your next order going in? Dude, I've been doing basic brown bags. I mean, I just don't have like the energy and the time to do all that. Brown bags. I put the free scent circle on it. I bought these cute thank you stickers, stuck that in the middle of the scent circle, put a nice ribbon on it, bagged up like a present, put my pen in there, like gave them their samples and stuff. And you would have thought I gave these people the best thing. It was like, when's your next order going in? Because they couldn't believe that. One, I don't ever charge shipping. That's just what I do. I don't recommend that, but I don't charge shipping.
I don't either. Yeah. Unless they're not, like, they're really not local to me.
But yeah, I never
pay shipping.
Exactly. Like, I just put in an order tonight of like $200. I didn't charge neither person shipping. And that's just, I use my Scentsy card for that. It's just whatever. But like, I don't charge them shipping. But they got their stuff. But I did request that the money was paid to me up front. And it was like, I've never done that before. I'm like, well, this is a business. I'm, like, I'll be more than happy to place the order, but like, this is a $300 order. I'm not fronting that. Like, I need the money up front. They paid me up front. They got their stuff in less than 10 business days. It was like a week. And I delivered it, and every last one of them already placed some reorders. I had one girl just buy from my stock because she needed a warmer. She was so excited. She didn't buy a warmer. Didn't even have a warmer. It was like, oh, okay, do you just bring what you got at the house? I was like, I sure can. I bagged them up and took them to work this morning. So I'm just like, which one do you want? But yeah, so people are watching. I mean, my lunch bag is a Scentsy bag, and that's all I carry to work. And it was just been word of mouth.
You don't have to shove it in people's face. You don't. You want, and the thing is if you don't do that, it's like reverse psychology, right? If you don't shove it in people's face, they're going to come to you because they're going to see like, oh, look at how happy she is. Look at how successful she is. Look at all these things that she's doing and how happy she is. And look at how much she loves the product. Like, people feed off your energy. No matter what kind of energy you put out, they're going to feed off of it. And they're going to give you the same energy in return. And that goes with recruiting. That goes with how you run your business. That goes with literally every aspect. That's why when I do talk about recruiting, I try not to make it like this huge thing. Like, I don't have like this one big idea to recruiting. There's not like one answer, just like there's not one answer to running your business successful. It's just how you do the rest of your business. If you're confident with that, that's how you should be doing recruiting too. If you're confident with sharing and you got high sales, start treating your recruiting like that. Like, you shouldn't like have this mentality of like recruiting being scary. I will not understand now. And maybe when I do tell people that and they shift their perspective on recruiting, it kind of just sticks for them. And they're like, wow, it really doesn't have to be scary. If I change my perspective on it, then people that I'm talking to will change their perspective on it too. So it's just all about wording. It's all about just being yourself, like you guys said. It's going to take you so far.
And just be genuine when you go to people. Like, I think I said this to Brandy a couple of times too. Don't make it about you. Don't tell them what they can do for you. It's what you can do for yourself. And I'm going to help you do those things for yourself. Don't look at it as you're helping me become the next, like, promote here. don't do it to help me. I want you to do it to help yourself, because in the end, if you reach your goals, I'm always gonna reach my goals. Because, and I don't say this like in a way to be like braggy or whatever, but because I said yes, all of you got a chance and opportunity to say yes. So you reach your goals. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get mine. As long as you're reaching your goals, we'll all reach our goals in the end. And that's the big picture ultimately. So you treat people with genuine feelings, respect, and they will perform for you when you need them to perform. But it has to be about them. It's never about me, ever. When I promoted the director, I didn't say I promoted. I said we promoted. That was a we thing. You can't be director by yourself.
Right.
So it's not a me thing. It's never about me. Like, it never has been.
It can't be. Not in this business. It can't. It
That's
can't.
the best part.
Because if it could be just about me, then you wouldn't need a team.
Yep.
You wouldn't need customers. It would just be like, hey, you just keep on climbing the ladder and just do you. But it's never that way. Yeah. That's how I look at it. I look at it like we're just one big team, and you're reaching your goals. I'm happy because you're hitting what you need to hit. And because of that, I don't have to stay up on the end of the month no more watching numbers. I get to go to bed because I be tired. I'm tired of sitting.
So nice.
Girl, I told Marcus, I was like, dude, we've been hitting numbers like on the 10th of the month for the past couple of months. It's been nice not having to stay up on end of the month. Like, oh my God, are we hitting numbers? Like,
I know too. Like if you are someone that's like now that you said it's a completely random side note, but if you're someone who is like pushing for numbers and super stressed out at the end of the month, I used to be like that the first year of my business, and I was like, something needs to change because I hate the pressure. And so I started incorporating front loading. If you guys don't know what front loading it is, figure it out, because front loading is going to make your life hella freaking
so much easier.
So much easier. Especially I sucked at being organized. It's always been my struggle is organization, and I'm actually pretty good at it now. But for the first year, I never had a plan. So I was just flying by the seat of my pants and never had a plan until I started incorporating front loading into my business. End of the month is the most relaxing and fun and enjoyable time, and I'm not stressed out. So if you don't know what front loading is, definitely figure it out. Go look some YouTube videos up and just start incorporating that into your business, because it is a life.
Yep, front loading and Cincy Club. Let me tell you, if you're struggling with PRV to hit 200, Cincy Club alone every month gets me $500 PRV. So I already know I'm gonna hit numbers. I already know I'm gonna get paid at title, or I'm gonna hit the active, because by the 15th, I already got 500 because my Cincy Club subscriptions, which are my customers, is at 500. And it is what it is. And I think for December, I'm gonna probably do mystery bags, but they're gonna go in like on the first of the month. That way I'm done with December before Christmas, because everybody knows I take off from the 15th until after the new year. I don't work.
I'm not doing anything after the shipping deadline. I'm done.
I don't do nothing. I haven't done nothing.
Like butt loading the crap, like front loading the crap out of like the 1st through the 15th, and then I'm done.
I ain't doing nothing after that either, because like you said, the shipping ain't gonna be available. So I'm stressing out. We either there or we not.
Yep.
I am done at the 15th, and I'll see y'all on the 2nd of January. Don't expect much from me after that, because y'all, we tired.
Exactly. And that's kind of like, I feel like everyone deserves to have a little break towards the end of the month or of the year, the last 2 weeks.
And we've done that I think I've done that ever since I've been doing Cincy. And I know I did it last year, because once that shipping deadline hit, I don't think my customer page or business page or team page, I don't think I touched them or looked at them after shipping deadline. I don't think I did.
We literally had posts that said, "We're back."
I got ghosts. I was like, I'm done. Ain't nobody, look, y'all can't get enough, you ain't got it now. If you ain't hit your active, I'm sorry. But like, you gotta work that out between you and G's and your customers, because can't help you.
If you front load that first half of the month, you'll be surprised like how many orders you'll probably still get, like just
randomly filter in. Yep.
You still get those orders.
At home, like online shopping and stuff like that, and super laid back. Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Fine. You okay?
So,
what's up?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Trying to be a dad for 2 hours.
Yeah,
rough life, man. Rough life.
It's so hard being a dad.
had
I
to
wish I
change.
could be a dad.
So
You
do I.
had to change 2 diapers. That's a record.
Oh.
That's a record. And he's hungry. Oh my God. My casserole isn't good enough.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a dad one day.
I know,
Not
right?
have my name called 3.8 million times in a day.
Right. Or I be in the bathroom, my kids are like this, Mom. I'm like, what?
Y'all just missed the intrusion. There's a dog even under my desk right now.
I saw. So cute.
Yeah.
Mommy, did you know that I did X, Y, Z? Where's your dad?
And then I figured out, so my living room is clean. It's really nice and clean. But then I realized my nephew comes home tomorrow, and Malachi wants a friend to come over this weekend. So I was like, oh, that's why my living room is clean.
Mhm.
All right.
What else can I get done this week since he wants something? Like, I'm trying to think. I should get to organize all my Cincy while I'm at it because it's a mess.
Okay.
I just cleaned my office today too. It was on my to-do list for like 2 weeks.
Girl, I still don't have an office.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know
My
how you do
office is messed up.
it. Well,
I don't have an office. I'm not organized. Like, I literally was like, I need to like get my life together. I need to start working the systems, and
do you
I
do this
need to,
trackers?
let me tell you, I look at my numbers like once every other day. Like when we hit director numbers, we were so far above our GWG. When I looked at them, we had hit like days before. So
We I use it even just for like the customer side of it. Like just
I'm just
keeping
like,
track of stuff. Oh my God, it's
yeah.
life saving.
Hey y'all, I love y'all, but I got to jet out.
Oh, well,
Right.
Have
thank you.
fun.
Nice hanging out with you.
You too.
Have a good night, Kim.
Thanks, Kim.
Talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I totally like. I just been stuck. I literally was just like, I need to do better. I wasn't gonna buy a plan for 2021 because I wasted mine for 2020,
I did
and I don't know what's
too.
like. I don't know what's gonna happen. like
do it
why
right.
get a new planner?
Just like scribbles with my children writing on every single page. I was like, well, that was a waste.
Because like after February, nothing happened.
Mhm.
I didn't have nothing to plan for.
Mhm.
I mean, just put work in there. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Put my sleep schedule. It was just
You funny.
what. I'm only here because I love you. Because you know it is way past.
It's way
my
past
bedtime.
your bedtime.
Oh, I forgot you don't stay up late. I forgot about that. It's an
I
hour
know, if I-
later by you too, isn't it?
Huh?
It's an hour later by you too, isn't it?
It's 8
Yeah.
o'clock. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock
8:51 here, yeah.
Yeah, see, it's 7:51 here.
But I mean, I don't know. It's cool. I didn't work out today, so
It's
You still
okay.
doing the Peloton? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
you should
Peloton.
get you one.
You
I
should,
would
Morgan.
love it, but I'm good. My kids would destroy it. They would
No,
destroy
they
it.
wouldn't.
Yes,
Mine
they
don't even
would.
touch it. Mason leaves me like little toys on it, and that's it. They don't. Well, I don't think they touch it.
I don't think mine would put Play-Doh in it, and they would
Get you the treadmill. You like to run. Get the Peloton treadmill.
running on treadmills though. That's the thing. I love running outside, but I can't. My knees literally cannot handle a treadmill for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I
Huh.
did do it on an incline, and that helped a little bit. Like I run on like a 3 incline.
Yeah.
I think when it's level, it's actually almost down a little bit. Is what they say. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's true or not, but
Just
I know that's
download
what's
the
like-
app. Download the app and go running with them and see if you like it.
oh, you can download the app.
Yes.
Oh my god!
I think like 30 days free. Just go to peloton.com, download